Hey, we got a McShay Mock 4.0 today. It's a big celebration here. The rise of Anthony Richardson continues, right? But Todd, take us through the first round quarterbacks. Let's start with the Panthers selection at number 1 overall.
Yeah, this morning, Vegas had C.J. Stroud as minus 330 to be the first overall pick. And then I talked to Mortensen and he talked to Schefter, and they're saying that Bryce Young could be the first overall pick. So go out there and bet your money now on Bryce Young. But I've got C.J. Stroud going. He fits what they've had. Frank Reich has had in the past, 6'4" to 6'6" quarterbacks, pocket passer. He is the best quarterback in this draft, maneuvering and managing inside the pocket, and he is the best in terms of ball placement on all 3 levels. Then you've got Bryce Young, the magic man. Like, his poise is so different from every other quarterback that you evaluate, and really in the last few classes. The way he feels things inside the pocket, can move inside the pocket and then extend outside the pocket. His QBR was 98.7 last year outside of the pocket. That's where he thrives. He was 3rd in the FBS. So his ability to create and extend after the initial play is what makes him special. If he was 6'2", 220, we'd be talking about him as a lock at number 1, and he still could be. Then it gets interesting. Anthony Richardson, I'm going with the talent and the potential over the tape at this point. 13 games started, and it was a roller coaster. The peaks were high, the valleys were low, and made you want to turn off the tape at times. But it was 6'4", 244, 4.43 40-yard dash, and just a loose upper body and the ability to flick his wrist and drive it 60 yards down the field. You don't get that kind of prospect that comes along very often. I think he could be Josh Allen if developed the same way Josh Allen could be, or was developed with Brian Daboll. Then Will Levis, I had him sliding a little bit. He's interesting. Again, Mort says he's still going top 5. We'll see how that plays out. You got Indy at 4 if they don't trade up. You've got Seattle at 5 as possibilities. But after that, I don't think Las Vegas is going to take a quarterback at 7. Then I had Tampa Bay moving from 19 up to 14 with the Patriots. Bill Belichick always willing to trade back. Will Levis has a lot of tools. He's Braveheart. He's a tough guy. He's big. He's sturdy. He's strong. He's got a big arm. But there's a lot of little things in his game that have to be tweaked. And finally, Hendon Hooker made it into my first round. 5 quarterbacks in the first round. I have a second-round grade on him. Does that system translate to the next level? He struggled against 4-man pressures, but he's got a live arm. He got better every single season. He throws a beautiful deep ball, and he's got the mobility to beat you with his feet as well. He's coming off that ACL injury, so I think a team like Minnesota with Kirk Cousins, 35 years old, 1 year left on his contract, 23rd in QBR this past year, still struggling in big moments. This is a perfect opportunity for a young quarterback in Hendon Hooker to come in at a low price. Give him a year in terms of a bridge, and then he could be your guy for the next 7 years if it pans out.
I love it. We're going to be on these quarterbacks all day long. And look at this line graph on Anthony Richardson. As it goes lower, that's actually better. That's closer to the top. Continuing to climbing up the board in Todd McShay's mock drafts. Okay, the Gators quarterback was 11th overall pick in his first mock, and then he slid up to the 9th spot in mock draft 2.0. After the combine, Richardson climbed into the top 5, going 4th overall today. McShay has the Colts trading up to get him at 3rd overall in his mock draft 4.0, as he just detailed. We got the LSU boys here, which I think is really funny because we're going to make you guys start by talking about a Gators quarterback. And listen, we'll get to the Tigers and the big win in women's basketball, the national champs, okay? But RC first.
Hey, RC.
Go Gators! What do you make of Richardson's continual rise up people's draft boards?
Well, first of all, Laura, I'm surrounded by Gators. My favorite host of any TV show in the world is you, and you're a Gator. I'm with Channing and Fred pretty much every week of my life now, and they're also Gators. So I have a soft spot for you guys. But when you look at Anthony Richardson, we expected him to be the star of the pre-draft process. We knew he could throw the football. We knew that you would see the athleticism, and those things have shown through. But I also think it helps that guys like Trey Lance with inexperience were drafted number 3. A dude like Josh Allen was drafted with some inconsistencies because of how talented he was. I don't believe that either of those 2 men have the physical ceiling that Anthony Richardson has. Now, he's going to take a lot. You're going to have to get him to understand the pro game, but I believe that he can grasp it because he's also intelligent. Anthony Richardson is a dude that you're going to take the flyer on because if you hit, it can be out of this world.
I'm about to do something I never do, but RC a few weeks ago when y'all were at the combine, he texted the group chat and said, look, when Anthony Richardson performs at this combine, the talk is going to shift. And here we are, Todd McShay got him in the top 5, damn it. The talk has shifted, right? So now we get to the point where if you're talking about that Colts situation and them taking him, it's 2 things that's important to me. First, Shane Steichen, and obviously working with Jalen Hurts last year in Philadelphia, understanding what type of offense you can put him in and kind of insulate him, not only by play calling, but using that athleticism. But the other part of this, and whether you call it negative or just looking at a different view, Shane Steichen is a first-time head coach. Irsay and this organization has been in a QB purgatory, as we talked about so many times. How long do you have for development before the impatience sets in if this doesn't work out? I think the Indianapolis Colts are in a critical situation. They are charged with determining if this guy is going to eventually reach his ceiling and be a top 5 player at the position in the league, or if it's going to take too long and you're going to have a fan base screaming to either get rid of the head coach or find another quarterback. The Colts are in a very interesting situation, man.
Yeah, they are. And don't forget, Gardner Minshew right now would be the day 1 starter. And so how long are you going to ride with Gardner, right? How long are you going to ride with him knowing that you've got Anthony Richardson on the bench? He's not ready to play. But, man, there's so much to work with there. So I'd rather see him, to be honest, in a situation like in Las Vegas with Garoppolo. So you've got time, and there's not rushing him on the field because he's not ready. We all see that on the tape. He's not ready. But when you get him ready, if you get him ready properly, he's got a chance to be a star, like a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. He's got that much ability.
Yeah, the skill set is so tantalizing. It's interesting, too, because you do wonder, whatever team gets him, the value of maybe just developing some packages for him so that he can be out on the field a little bit, get his feet wet at the NFL level, and that versatility that he brings athletically makes that so possible.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.